So you've been watching porn, but now you're actually trying to stop. You find yourself doing it maybe once a week or twice a week, but you see that you've actually made progression. You were doing it every day. And now that you're only doing it maybe just once in the morning instead of twice in the morning, maybe just once in the morning instead of twice at night and twice in the morning. So you made progress, but you go a few days or you go this like, you continue this progression and then you find yourself doing it again. You find yourself breaking the streak that you created. If you're gonna try to quit an addiction, what benefit do you have when you're actually trying to count the days? If I have a piece of paper and I'm crossing out every single day like a calendar, okay, I made it through day 1, I made it through day 10, all the way through day 10. What kind of benefit is that? It may seem like, oh, I can look back at my progress. But the problem with doing this habit that you're creating from trying to stop a bad habit is that you're looking how much progress you've made. You're looking back when you're not looking forward. You have to stop counting the days if you're trying to break your temptation of just touching yourself, of just watching pornography. You have to stop counting the days. Because when you count the days, it's only a matter of time until you start doing it again. If you count the days, then you're eventually going to say to yourself, okay, I've done a week now, I can just get back into it. Which, to be honest, isn't that bad because you've made a week progress. But if you know in your mind you want to stop for good, if you're ready today, said, okay, I'm not going to watch it again. And you've probably said that to yourself before. You can't count the days. You have to look at every single day for the rest of your life. Without that, it has to be out of your mind. When you count the days, it's still in your mind. It's only a matter of time until you break it again. So you have to stop counting those days. You can't just say to yourself, okay, it's been a week, it's been a month. Because after that week of doing that, you're probably raging. You've probably got a boner every single morning and throughout the day. And it's only a matter of time until you start getting the loop out and start loading that up. Stop counting the days. If you're going to fall into it, which you probably will eventually, don't reset your streak. Don't start checking the papers that are on your phone. I've got to restart again. Because if you keep doing that, you're going to keep relapsing. You're going to keep falling back into rubbing yourself out. Now I get it. You're probably in school, maybe college, maybe your early adult stages. And, you've got testosterone. You've got it raging through your boxes. Every morning you're bricked. Every morning your piece is just basically waiting to get rubbed out. I get it. Like, I had this temptation myself. And I really, had to get over that temptation. I understand how it is being young and being a guy and having testosterone. 100% I understand. But there's one thing of actually doing this and there's another thing of, just avoiding it. In school, everyone was doing this act. Everyone in school pretty much does it. You'll be surprised to know how many people actually do it. But if you go to ask them, they're not going to tell you, yeah, nah, I don't do that. They probably are. And I'm not trying to, get onto anyone, but I'm just saying the statistics is a lot higher than you probably originally think. But it doesn't mean that it's good. It's normal, but that's not a good normal. You have to find a way to get out of that normal because that's not the normal you want to be a part of. To not be touching yourself is like, not normal. It's not normal to touch yourself. Like, why are you not touching yourself? Why are you not watching this stuff? Have you not seen this video that I just watched? You need to get on that now. That's the normal. But these days, when everyone's got a phone, especially when you're young and when you're exposed to it, like I was exposed to it at such a young age. I think I was just like 10 to 13. I was so young. I barely could get a boner at them ages. I was exposed to it. And it wasn't even my fault. But that's when I heard about it. That's when I saw it. And that's when I realized. From then on, I can see why people are just like, their mouth is just watering over just like pictures and videos of other women that don't even have any, that are literally just demonized. Pornography is literally the devil's like bread and butter. It gets so many people, especially guys, it's got so many people in a chokehold. And if you're trying to break away from that, if you're trying to break away from devil's work into into the safe zone when your mind can actually start to progress normal, natural things. Counting how many days that you've gone from doing it is not going to happen, because it's only a matter of time until you do it again. And even in school, there's temptation in school. There's little things in school that trigger it. That might think, oh no, I need to get back home. I need to get on that video. I can't get over that video. I need to find that video. There is temptation in school, but that doesn't give you a reason to now do what? Go ahead and start feeling yourself out. You have to overcome these temptations. You have to be an alpha male and get over these temptations. And if it's that bad for you, then just get away from the opposite gender. You shouldn't be around opposite gender if you really think that you can't control your hands. If you can't control your hands, then get away from the stuff that's causing you to touch yourself. So if you understand how creating a streak is no good for you, like it's not a Snapchat streak. Like, don't treat it like it's like a game. If you're really ready to just stop doing this to yourself, then don't treat it like a game. Don't treat it as like, okay, day one, let me start crossing out the days. That's not what you're meant to do. It's like an alcoholic. Do you think an alcoholic is really going to stop drinking alcohol if they start counting, okay, I made it past this weekend, I made it past the next weekend? It's only a matter of time until they start throwing juice down their throat again. You can't count every single day that goes past. Even the weeks I wouldn't really suggest. But if it's that bad where you have to, like, just think to myself and look, okay, right, I need to see how much work I've done, then sure, count the weeks then, if it's that deep to you. But days, counting every single day is no good, because I guarantee you won't make you get past a week or a month, the max. Because after that week's happened, or after towards the end of the month, you're going to be raging. Your piece is going to be raging again. But if you just have out of your mind the videos, and you have out of your mind how it feels to do it, because that comes with when you're counting your VAP streak. If you have that out of your mind, then you will last longer. You're more likely to last longer, and you probably will eventually break. But it's only a matter of time until you can actually go longer periods, and then you might not even think about doing it anymore. Looking at people, looking at the opposite gender actually is normal now. You don't have to undress them anymore. So you're not going to get that if you're going to have a FAP streak, if you're going to have a touch yourself streak. And you need to be productive. You have to find other things to do to prevent yourself from doing it again. You can't just have in your mind, oh, I'm going to break it this Saturday, I can't hack it. You need to find a way to do something in that time that you're doing it. Find something else to do. If you're doing it every morning, then get your phone away from you in the morning. Have your breakfast. Put something on the TV. Do something productive. Just get away from doing it. Because if you do that enough times, if you create that substitute habit, instead of touching yourself, if you make your breakfast earlier, if you put something on the TV earlier, if you just get your work ready earlier, your homework, your preparation for work, then you won't think about touching yourself anymore, because now you've incorporated this new habit into your mind that you need to do instead of touching yourself. So create new habits that are healthy for you, and you'll find yourself going a lot further and not being able to count a FAP streak or a no touch yourself streak. And I guarantee you'll actually be flushed out, and you'll probably feel better about yourself.